Hi there. I want to tell you about my game Centauri Rift. The game is set in space. Each player can play one or more of these ships. The goal of the game is to be the last team with ships on the board. To do that, what you want to do is position your ships tactically to gain the advantage, fire your weapons, reducing the shields, and then eventually getting shots on the hull, decreasing the hull integrity to 0. Once that's done, a ship is removed from the board, it is destroyed. And that continues until only one team is left. It is modular, you can set up asteroids, planets, a nebula, stars. There are also small planets that act as obstacles. Large planets, same thing. The asteroids are also obstacles, but only in one plane, because there are 3 dimensions in Centauri Rift. And so you cannot pass through an asteroid, but you could pass underneath or above it. For example, this asteroid here is on the highest plane, the +1 plane. It's symbolized by the white color. This ship has a gray circle around it, indicating that it's in the middle plane, 0. That means it could pass beneath the asteroid without any problems. Each player board tracks shields, speed, torpedoes if the ship has some, the hull integrity, main reactor, the auxiliary power, and mines. Also important here is that this schematic shows where the weapons are, whether they have torpedoes in the red and lasers in the blue, and whether they're forward facing or backward facing. What I see as an advantage of Centauri Rift is that there are no dice, there are no cards. To keep the game moving, you just have to stay ahead of the timer. Also, one advantage of Centauri Rift is the level of theme and mechanic integration. Each one of these player boards, these consoles, makes you feel like you're at the helm of a ship. So the very first thing that you do on a turn is that you take the main reactor token and you fill it right up. So every turn, the ship's reactor produces a certain amount of energy. The Screech produces more energy every turn than the hammer. And this is the energy that you have to spend during a turn. You can do as many or as few actions on a turn as you like, but you have to be able to pay for it in energy. The hammer has filled its reactor energy. It is wanting to fire on the Screech, but they're not on the same plane. The hammer is on the -1 plane with the black circle. The Screech is on the 0 plane with the gray circle. Therefore, the hammer has to go up. So it spends 2 energy because it's so heavy. It goes up 1 plane, reducing the energy and then switching out the discs to represent that it's on the 0 plane. Ships have to be on the same plane to fire at each other. He notices that the left side of the Screech has already taken a little damage, so he aims there. The hammer has 3 torpedoes facing forward, so he fires all of them. 1, 2, 3. That corresponds to 9 damage on the Screech. So we have to reduce the shields by 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The hammer has some lasers left over, so it fires a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. She fires all its front lasers. Now we have to reduce damage. There's only 1 shield left on this side, and the rest of the damage has to come off the hull. 1, 2, 3. So the Screech has taken a beating in this point. Now the hammer has spent most of its energy. It has only 1 left, but if it spends that last one, the shields will come down. It doesn't want to do that right now. It does have to move at least 1 space forward or else slow down. He doesn't want to spend the auxiliary, so he'll move the 1 space and call that a turn. That's it for our introduction of Centauri Rift, a tactical space combat game with 3 dimensions, with many options. Your imagination is the limit.